Alright, welcome back guys. This is the third map and decider between Gone Wild and Armia. Which means we're gonna go for a pistol bash for the sides. And I'm not sure if a side really matters on Mamata since the map is actually quite balanced. But we'll see. Looks like Gone Wild are gonna be able to win this pistol bash. Unless Solux is gonna do something crazy. Not gonna happen. Gone Wild are going to be staying on their attacking side. Okay. That could say something about confidence, perhaps. Or it could tell something about their defensive side. Oh, Mamata. So, waiting for these plays already up now, and then we should be all underway. It is for Gone Wild. Onizuka, Mason, Kun, Domi, and Teki for Armia. Solux, Kima, Maver, Phil, and Lucky. Looks like we are going to go live into this one. Third and final map. There's not going to be any sort of lower bracket, so that means it all hangs in the balance. Maver is going to check out a smoke early on. Lots of grenades from Gone Wild heading towards A. That could indicate a fast push from the Gone Wild team. But Lucky does find himself the first one. Immediately Kun finds himself the return. As Lucky, second frag of the round. Phil follows up with the kill onto Mason. Scope dead on his gut. Shuts down Kima. On his gut. And Kun. Last two alive for Gone Wild. Make that just on his gut. 1 on 3 all the way on allied spawn. Maver. Phil, Lucky still up. Phil's gonna just sit on that sandbag roof out there, and that's gonna give so much map control for Armia. On his gun now, looking towards that position. As Phil does come peeking around. That's gonna be the first round on the board for Armia, and still having 3 players alive on the roster as well. Grenades incoming towards A. As Maver does connect himself that grenade kill, but immediately Kun does return a favor. Maver with 2 as Tommy goes down. This A push from Gone Wild immediately denied as Kima with the headshot onto Onizuka, Mason and Kun. Mason missing that shot as Kun is looking to rotate. He doesn't have a secondary either, which is not a good thing. Solux on the middle roof. Gotta be jumping to Mason. He needs to get picks right now, but he's not in a position to do so. As Mason is going to readjust his position. Still a minute on the clock. Gone Wild definitely taking their time, waiting for any sort of mistakes from Armia. Mason spots 1. Spots 2, in fact. As he does rattle off a shot. Kima with 2 frags of the round, and that's Solux to shut down Mason. 2-0. An even better round now from Armia. That's Gone Wild. change things up. Still a couple of grenades towards A. Bill nearly having that jumping scope shot connected there. As Oniska now trying to secure the middle roof. Techie with the grenade kill onto Maver. Now it's looking a little bit better, concerning the positions as well, as Oniska gets himself a nice kill onto Phil. Lecky will go down to Oniska as well. Quick kills coming in from the Frenchman, as Kuhn able to shut down Kima. Solux, your last man alive. And where is he hiding at? At the B stairs. He needs to stop that pump from happening, and does do so. Techie goes down, but the Oniska's going to be there with the hat trick, 2-1. As Domi connecting a grenade kill onto Kima. Mason also gonna check out one dust bomb one at the jungle roof, and he connects a grenade kill. A flurry of frags coming in from gonewild. Mason with 2, Kuhn as well with a frag onto Solux. It will be left up to Phil, who has got himself the scope all the way in access spawn. Who's now worried about every single angle. Does get himself a nice quick scope shot in onto Domi. Not going to be connecting that second one as the bomb goes down on B. And it's looking very grim for Phil here on his guy with a... Wow, Phil actually picking that angle. Didn't expect that to happen, but Mason will take him out. It's going to be 2-2. Roll even Stevens again. This guy lighting up a grenade towards A. You see Armia waiting out those grenades. Mason, beautiful shot in onto Phil. That's going to be a scope battle one for him. Oni's got does follow up with a frag as well into Lecky. Now, gonewild, little accident. Solux coming back with 2 kills from the middle roof, downing Mason and Domi. 3 versus 3. Surely gonewild are going to be a little bit gutted about losing such an advantage already to just the individual play from Solux. Kima on access spawn, Maverick going down to Techie. Onizuka gonna go for a fake here as Kuhn makes his way forward. And he's just gonna hold the access spawn. Solux on the middle roof. Kima gonna go for a flanking position as Solux collects himself the hat-trick. Onizuka goes down. Now Techie going all the way back towards A. Solux will hold the middle roof. Kuhn needs to do something here as he's not being given any sort of peeks. Techie's got to go ahead and plant that bomb just behind it. Oh my god, he's actually going to get away with this as well. That is great play from Techie. As Solux looking to collect some more. Kuhn way up back. These are great after plant positions from gonewild. Even if they get one, they're not going to be expecting anyone else in the same position. They're going to waste so much time in looking for position. In fact, Kima does clear out the A alley. They haven't cleared out the MG stairs, so they're going to try and do that now. But there's no one going to be there. So a lot of time being wasted here from Armia looking at positions where gonewild are simply not at. Solo's going to push on forward. He's not going to be able to land as Kuhn comes in support. Kuhn with 2. That's going to be 3-2. Very sick play from gonewild. Nates again. Kima gonna go for a bit of pre-fire. Phil looking to potentially challenge the scope battle. Solux does go down. Lecky immediately going down afterwards to Onizuka. And Domi follows up with a frag and a Maver. 3 opening frags from gonewild. Particularly bright in the future as Onuzuka finds himself the second one to Kima. Though he finishes this one off, it's going to be 4-2 to your score, and that's a great round from Gonewild. The grenades being lined up. Mason does land the frag onto Phil. He does indeed again win that scope battle. Maver also anticipating perhaps a B push. Dummy does go down. Lots of emphasis as well being put on the A defense. You got two players from Armia on that A side. Kun gonna crawl his way forward. As Solux does manage to get rid of the Frenchman Onizuka. Now it's up to Gonewild. They need a pick. They need something to work with. Solux as well, doing absolute great work on top of that mid roof. Like he's gonna shut down Kun. It's gonna be left up to Mason, who needs to find 4 more. It's not gonna happen. Solux with the hat trick, and that's gonna be 4-3. Looking at the scoreboard, Onuzuka with 7 kills, followed by Kun on 6. Solux for Armia leading the board on 8, followed by Aleki on 5. As Phil does manage to down Tommy with the MG. And that is going to be trouble for Gonewild. Every time they seem to be losing a member early on, it seems to just fall apart for them. And Kun, unfortunately, not going to be able to find himself an entry or a hatway either on the middle roof. Ooh, misses that one, but Mason does reply with 1, but it's not going to be enough. Kima finds himself a double kill. Onuzuka does pick up 1, but it's going to be Kima with the hat trick. 4-4. All square across the board again. Lots of grenades incoming towards the A alley. As Kima finds himself the opening pick. Dummy being down 3 times in a row already in the first couple of seconds. Maver also with 1, but Kun coming up huge. He does take out 2 players, and that is going to secure themselves the A site. Onuzuka will be there in support. Provide some long-range elements in addition to the shotgun power of Kun. Mason coming in as well. Where is Armia? Solux coming in from the backside. Kima on top of the middle roof. They're actually in great positions to stop this bomb from happening, because Phil all the way up on the mosque roof, on the sandbag roof, as Mason going down to Kima, who was pushing from the backside. Kun is going to be your last man standing, who is now facing a 1 versus 3. He does spot 1 on the middle roof, going to try and get up on there silently, but Kima will spot him. It will be 5-4 in favor of Armia. Two grenades going on towards A. Kima does land a tag, but not a frag just yet. Techie being tagged up there. Kima as well. Nearly dying to that one, but he will get shut down by Dummy. Onuzuka also managed to get rid of Lucky. Maver's going to try and come in, perhaps do something desperately, but it's not going to matter, because Techie will shut him down in the backside. Phil with a return, but he's the only man to reply. It's going to be a 2-on-4. This Kun's going to try and plant that bomb. He's being tagged up through the smoke. He will get that bomb down. And that's what matters. Solux is going to get shut down. Phil, your last man standing. Oh, Phil does pick up 2 kills in the end. And the third as well through the smoke. Are you joking me? Like, 2 in 1 of 5, but the bomb all the way up in the open. Mason on top of the sandbag roof. Techie out on A alley.
Wächter
But Phil will
eliminiert.
get shut down
Die
by Mason.
Alliierten
It's going to be
gewinnen.
5 to 5. Sanka going well, not going to go for a slow approach. Kima does land a grenade kill onto one. He's got Domi to go down to the scope of Phil. There's Teki slowly making his way in. Phil lands the second one. And the third from Phil! Behave yourself, man. Just a jumping scope shot onto Teki. As he looks for the final one, it's going to be left up to Mason, who was on the verge of going 1 versus 5. It's now 1 versus 4, as he's going to be scoped in towards A. So looks again on top of that middle roof. Mason needs to be very careful here. He does have plenty of time to play with, but still 4 more members of the Polish team army are left up alive and kicking. Mason gonna crawl his way in. Looking over at Armia, they're sitting in quite keen. As Mason approaches the side, 40 seconds remain. He's not going to go for a fake just yet. He needs a peek in order to be able to do anything. He has been spotted now. He's going to just plant that bomb and just YOLO it. But Solux will take him out. It's going to be 6-5 your score. Armia, they do take the lead in now. And the last round will determine who will bring the advance into the second half, or make it all square again. Looks like Oniska does find himself the opening kill onto Solux with that potato masher. These 2 players from gonewild leading towards B. Make that 3. Mason does spot a player. Now gonewild just need to rush out and take that player out. Mason will go down to Phil. Felix will shut down Teki. Oh my god, Phil shuts down 2 players. He had no right to do that. Kima does go down, but Phil's still up alive. And that's going to be the nuisance. Mayfer taken out on his guy. 1 versus 2 for Domi. As Phil falling back. Domi will get shut down as well. That's such a sick play for Phil. It's going to be 7-5 going into the second half. Armia will have a 2-round advantage. It's all or nothing for both teams. Army looking pretty strong. It definitely helps as well that they're 2 rounds up, because this game has been very close so far. Gonewild seem to be a lot of emphasis on that A defense. Lots of grenades incoming from Armia. Pretty decently timed as well. Oniska just gets a grenade in the face. Kima will take out Teki as well. 2 opening kills for the Army side. Make that 3. Solux with 2 as well. It's going to be Mason in a 1 versus 5 after plant. That's not going to happen, is it? Has got himself the MP44, but Solux with that mid-roof control, as Lucky will put out Mason out of his misery. It's going to be 8-5. Coming in for the fast push. Will get shut down by Mason. As Maver trying to come in as well. He needs support. Coop does shut down Solux. Teki with the frag and a Maver on his guy. Shuts down Lucky as well. It's all left to Phil. 3 more to find. already has got himself one frag to his name this round. As Phil moves in closer. Phil will get caught out there by Mason. He's just holding the angle 8-6. Still though, Army maintaining that 2-round lead. Nades are being lined up. Lots of tags on the Army side. 8 pushes coming out. Mason again landing a couple of attacks with that MP44. He's going to look to reinforce the side as Solux does find himself an entry. Maver as well, but only going to Mason having none of this. Solux goes down. And a flurry of frags from Going Wild. Oh, looking to favor them. Phil and Lecky, 2-on-3. Lecky looking for a pick. He's out there on the mid roof. As Gone Wild looking to contest that area. Lecky gonna try and go towards B. He's been tagged up again. Phil needs to get over there. He needs sniper support as Lecky does go down to Domi. 2 rifle frags, 3 modifying for Phil. As the time is ticking down for him. The angles from Gone Wild are just very solid at the moment. Phil's going to try and climb up silently here. Will he actually manage to do this? He got up on silently. Now, jumping around. There's Domi just coming around the corner. That's the hat-trick for him. It's 8-7. A lot of nades coming towards that AL. He does land tags on Gone Wild. It's not going to be enough. Lecky does down on his guy. Oh my god! The nades, they do land. A couple of nade grenades. They just do the job. 3 opening frags to make that 4. Kima taking out Mason. It's all after the dummy. 1 versus 4. Coming in from the mid roof does take out 1, but it's not going to be enough. 9-7 as Lecky closes out the round. Fast nade from Lecky. It's not gonna tag anyone though. Looks like Army might just go for that B assault. Mason out on the mid street does take out 1. That's Maver down. That's a shotgun element down for Army. Kun has already rotated towards that B bomb side. So this is good from Gone Wild. Kun does take out 1, but the bomb does go down. That is going to allow Army to have a big chance of taking in this round. Phil just needs to get in position. Lecky also on top of that sandbag roof. It is Domi to go down to Kima as he collects himself 2 frags, make that 3. Kima going absolutely big in this round. Phil shuts down on his guy. It's Taki, your last man standing, who finds himself in a 1 versus 3. As Phil does take him out as well. 10-7. Army are going to expand their lead by 3 rounds. Looks like Onisga does manage to get himself in the A side in time, unspotted as well. Army are gonna go for a slow pace round, as it seems. Maver and Jesus, Kima also has a nade, so I think they're just gonna be lining up grenades towards the A side. This could actually work out. Lecky also has a grenade, so 3 grenades still at least from Armia. going to be grenading down those positions, but it doesn't land anything. Mason does down one as Kima does get himself the reply onto Mason. Really check the corners as there's going to be one just around that left corner. It's going to be Onuska to get himself the return kill, but immediately Onuska goes down afterwards. Lucky with 2 huge kills to clean up the A side. It is 2 more from gonewild, Kuhn and Teki. Lucky spots the third, Thompson to hand as well, as Kuhn does shut him down. 2 versus 2. 40 seconds on the clock. Phil towards the B side as Teki shuts down Solux. Phil now again having to go clutch. 1 on 2. Phil gonna head towards A. And both Teki and Kuhn, interestingly enough, are leaning towards that B side. Phil could well just plant that bomb uncontested. 15 seconds left. Kuhn is going to go peeking. He does spot Phil. Phil now in trouble. He's going to have to plant this bomb. As he does so, but it's going to be Teki to take him out. The fuse comes in. It's going to be 10-8.
Sprengladung entschärft. Die Achsen möchte gewinnen.
Looking over the scoreboard, it's Phil and Kima, both sitting on 70 frags, as well as Mason and Onuska on 13. Maver so far in this not having the best of games, but that could still come. As Teki going down, Lucky 2 open the kills, that's quite huge. Solux will try and secure the bomb site, but that was ridiculous. Domi shuts down Solux through the smoke. Domi with a second one as well to Lucky. And Maver trying to retaliate. He does spot a glimpse of one through the smoke. 2 on 3. As he does pick up an M1 as well. Phil on the mid roof. He's been challenged right there by Kuhn. Gonna look to get a little bit closer. Ooh, well played by Kuhn. Very well timed. And that is Kuhn to close out the round. 10-9. As they are gonna go for the defuse yet again. Sick play from gonewild. 2 opening kills from Armia, but he couldn't capitalize on this one. It was really Domi with those 2 kills that put gonewild in a much better position after all.
Die Achsen möchte gewinnen.
Again, fast grenades from Armia going towards that A site. We do have a lot of emphasis from gonewild. So 3 players around the A side. Solux does take out one. Lucky as well. That A side has been decimated as Lucky finds himself 2 kills. Onuska does reply 2 on 4 though. gonewild, they need to answer fast before that bomb does go down. As the bomb's now being planted. Onuska can't really do anything. Kuhn does take out Maver. Kuhn looking towards the Semnak roof. Nice shot by Kuhn. As Phil will fall to the rifle of him. 2 versus 2. Clock's ticking down though. 20 seconds left. Solux is going to be sitting at the MG stairs. Kima is there as well. Onuska creeps his way in. He's been undetected as well by Kima. Now Kima 1 on 2. He's been flanked from the A alley, but can he possibly do this? Clock is ticking away. Kima needs to time this perfectly. He does take out Kuhn. And could this be it? He should be able to pick up this round. Oh my god, Onuska, what is he doing? He does take him out, but he did not realize Kima was in that corner. It's going to be 11-9. Kima does go clutch there. Absolutely big. As Army maintained that 2-round lead. Army looking to set themselves up for a B assault. If Solux already at that B side, Lecky does find himself the opening pick onto Domi. The smoke is going to come out from the army side. Solo is looking to plant that bomb, and look at this, 4 kills from Armia. So strong in this round, and that's gonna be the whitewash. It's gonna be match point for Armia, 12-9, and it's 3 match points in fact, and that is a big deficit for gonewild to come back, and that's gonna be the timeout, the tactical timeout, the all-important timeout from gonewild to get themselves back into this one and potentially bring it back to an overtime. But changes need to be made. Armia looking very strong at this one. Looks like we are going to go back live in this after this brief tactical timeout from gonewild. It's just one more round from Army to win this and advance in the playoffs. gonewild, they need 3 more to pull us back to an overtime. Onuska does land the first kill onto Solux. Phil goes down to Domi, looking very promising as Kun to rotate towards that B-bomb side. Domi being tagged up as well as Kima makes his way forward. 2-on-5, Maver going down to Kun. Has gonewild with the flurry of frags. Kima 1-on-5. Can he possibly do? He does land a lot of tags there as he looks to do it. One Bob Stacky. 4 more to find. Picks up the rifle. And look to do everything he can. He lands another few tags. Kun being tagged up as well. Kima. A minute to play with. Rip big set. Kun goes down. 3 more to find. 1 versus 5 this is. There's Oniska and Mason as well as Domi remain. Mason's going to be holding off the A alley. Domi going all the way to the sandbag roof. Kima. Is he going to be able to catch off Domi off guard here? Domi going to go all the way back. Is Kima going to check that corner? That's the question. He is going to check that corner. No, he didn't. He didn't properly check it, but he does land it onto Mason. Surely. Oh, Domi missed that shot. 12-10. This was way too close. You can't do that. Two more rounds for Army to close this out. Also 2 more rounds for gonewild to bring it back. Solux with a big opening kills onto Onuska and Taki. He does go down in the end by Domi, but they need to get onto this bomb site, and Mason does deliver. He does take out Kima. Maver unable to reply as Mason finds himself the second one as well. Phil and Lucky, the last 2 alive against 3 more players from gonewild. Lucky on top of the middle roof. Does fire out a couple of shots. Looking to drop down, does spot 1 and exit spawn. Oh, Kun just buries him 7 feet under the ground with that shotgun frag, and now Phil gonna have to go clutch. 1 versus 3 for the win, as he does spot a player just behind that tank. Gonna creep his way forward,
Alliierte
but
eliminiert.
it's Kuhn to shut
Die
him down.
Achse möchte
And a
gewinnen.
great play from Mason and Kuhn as well. 12 to 11. This gap is closing. It is Lackey this time to open up 2 frags. So looks as well. This is all but over. 4 frags and the 5th from Maver. 13 to 11. What a round to end it. As Gone Wild are out. Army are going to be advancing in the playoffs. They will be facing Dirty Potatoes. We'll be right back with you. We are